What is up, everyone, and welcome back to NFL Talking More. I'm your host, Matthew Kettrick, and I have my great friends with me, Braden Lamagna and Lorenzo Emiliani. And yeah, there's Lorenzo. And I was going to wear my Pickens jersey, but they didn't tell me to, so I have the world champion Jason Tatum on, the best basketball player in history. Anyways, it is a beautiful, beautiful day to be talking about some football. Isn't that right, guys?
Yeah.
It is, even about Tatum. We should talk about Tatum one time. Anyways, before we start, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button if you want to see more, because if you do, then we know that you're actually watching us. So we're going to get started. We're going to be talking about the Kansas City Chiefs because, well, they just got Xavier Worthy and Marquise Hollywood Brown. So we're going to get into that now. Anything to say before we start, guys?
No, I'm good. We're talking about Marquise Brown here?
Dude, just the Chiefs in general.
All right, let's go. Let's start.
We're talking about Xavier Worthy and Patrick Mahomes. All right, so here we go. All right, the Chiefs probably gonna three-peat again, or just three-peat in general. And they won the Super Bowl. We all know that. My boy Braden thinks that it's gonna be the Texans, which is weird, but he said it's gonna be the Lions. I could see the Lions getting there, but
I just think Amon-Ra, their added defense and secondary, good running back core, Jared Goff, really good old line. I just think they're solid all around. I just don't think they really have any flaws.
oh, guys.
I think it's gonna be like Jacksonville and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, but because you know how it works, like they're in the same division, or the same conference, but they could be in the same Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Oh,
guys, before we start, I'm getting a new desk and a whole makeover, and I'm getting a helmet right here. You can't see it, but it's right here. I'll turn my camera around. It's right there. All this stuff is going to be gone. Let me know in the comments below who the helmet should be. I'm thinking he has to be on the Steelers because I love the Steelers. So we're going to get started. All right. We're going to talk about Marquise Hollywood Brown. You know? Come on. Let's talk about Marquise. All right. We'll talk about Xavier Worthy. All right. The new
Xavier Worthy, he's actually, in my...
Hold on. You cut out there?
Xavier Worthy, I think he might actually be the next Tyreek Hill, or even better than Tyreek Hill. I mean, his 40-yard dash is
what, like 4.25 or something?
Nah, 4.21. He's
4.2
on my record, and also he has 0.08 seconds faster than Tyreek Hill with his 40. Going into his college stats, he has 26 touchdowns, 272,755 receiving yards in his college career, and I think he could be pretty good. He performed very well in the preseason games, so I think he will.
Honestly,
be the next greatest wide receiver.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Xavier has the potential to be that guy. Although he needs to get a build more, because if it was, let's be honest, if it was Xavier Worthy versus Tyreek Hill in a freaking Oklahoma drill, Tyreek would win easily just because he's built more. So I think Xavier Worthy would be better if he bulked and got bigger. But besides that, I think that he'll be good. I think that, again, it's his rookie year, so I don't expect him to be jumping up all the way yet. I think he has some time, but besides that, then yeah. Braden?
I definitely think Xavier really has potential to be really good. And yes, I know he ran a fast Tyreek. I just don't see him ever being better than Tyreek. I just think Tyreek is a monumental receiver for my offense, and he's done so much for them as a player and for the franchise. I love Xavier Worthy. He was really good in college. I see him being really good for the Chiefs. I would just say give him a couple of years.
Okay.
Do you want to Patrick Mahomes?
Yeah. Do you think that he might? I mean, do you think that his connection will be right there with Travis Kelce, or maybe second?
I think his connection with Travis Kelce is going to be the same as normal. Honestly, I didn't think every year, even because of their age, I just think they get better and better, and they just have that automatic connection. I just don't ever see it really not being good. I mean, Travis Kelce, one of the best tight ends in the league.
The best tight end.
Top 2 tight end. Mahomes, top 1 quarterback.
Top 2 though? He's the best.
No, Kittle's better. That's my opinion. I like George Kittle better than Kelce. I love Kelce as a receiving tight end. I think he just does the best of that. But I think Kittle is so much better at blocking, and I think he does really good at receiving as well. So I just think as an overall tight end, I like Kittle.
Kelsey's 10 times better at receiving, though. There's no questions about that.
Overall tight end, heck yeah, I give George Kittle. But receiving end, for just talking about receiving, I'd take Kelce.
Probably this year, I'll take Kittle, but of all time, it's Kelce by a mile. There's no doubt in that.
All time, Kelce.
Yeah. All right, Lorenzo?
Personally, I think now Travis Kelce is washed. I think he's not good at all anymore. As how he used to be. You know what I mean? Compared, I feel like George Kittle is way more better all around.
Dude, you're a Chiefs fan, and you're saying this kid's a Chiefs fan, and he's saying that Kelsey's washed.
So it really does. I just think Kittle's better than.
Honestly, in my opinion, I feel like Travis Kelce only performs well when his girlfriend's there. So I mean, it's kind of annoying. So it's I'm not really feeling Kelce anymore.
Yeah. Okay. Some more questions about Xavier. How many years do we think it'll take for him to maybe top 5 in the league, top 5 in fantasy?
I think it'll take him 3 years, 2 or 3 years. To be honest, I'm not trying to glaze, but I think he could actually get done.
I think he's gonna be really good in fantasy. I actually just took Xavier Worthy in one of my fantasy drafts for this week. I really like him. I just think with his speed, he's gonna kind of get similar fantasy points to Tyreek Hill. Obviously not as good because Tyreek Hill is better at the time. But I say about maybe 3, 4, maybe 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, my personal opinion, I mean, no one is going to do no one is going to do stellar in the NFL in their first year. There's absolutely no way, and if you can, then you'll be probably the next big star. I mean, you've literally never played it down in the NFL. You've never seen how big these guys are, how fast they are. So it's probably going to take a couple of years to actually develop. But don't get me wrong. With Mahomes at QB, I can definitely see Worthy being top 5, maybe top 3. But again, there's a lot of good receivers out there. Can you compare? Guys, do you think in a couple of years can you compare Xavier Worthy to Justin Jefferson? I'm not talking skill-wise. I'm not talking about who's a QB. I'm talking about skill-wise.
No, I don't think Xavier Worthy will be anywhere close near Justin Jefferson. I just think Justin Jefferson he's crazy athlete, insane athleticism, amazing hands, amazing route running. I just think he's good all around, and I think he is the best wide receiver in this league right now. I love Justin Jefferson, but one thing on your point before, Matt, when you said you don't think that any rookie is going to do amazing in their first year. I mean, let's look at C.J. Stroud in the Texans draft right here. They got C.J. Stroud, beat the Browns in the playoffs. They not just beat them, but absolutely destroyed them. Then we got Tank Dell, who absolutely made an amazing season. But then you got Adrian, obviously. But then we got Will Anderson Jr. on the defensive end. And yeah, he didn't have the best year, but he still did good. I think Caleb Williams is going to do really good in his first time. I think gives Xavier Worthy 2 years just because he's the later pick in the draft. But
Lorenzo, any thoughts?
I feel like Xavier Worthy, I feel like he could actually, like, eventually, I mean, this is over a long period of time. I feel like he will actually be like that. I think he could, not to glaze it again, like just said that, but I feel like he could be like one of the best wide receivers in the league.
You know, I agree with that. I think he's gonna be really good. I'm even gonna compare Xavier Worthy here to a current NFL wide receiver. I'm gonna compare him to Zay Flowers. I even think, give it 2 years, he's gonna be better. I love Zay Flowers. He's a heck of a guy, but like I just think Xavier Worthy is gonna be better.
Do you think Xavier Worthy will taunt at the goal line?
No, I do not think Xavier Worthy will taunt at the end of the goal line or fumble the ball at the 1 yard line.
Okay, well,
I think we should move on to Patrick Mahomes.
All right, Patty Mahomes. Really nothing to say about him. I mean, he's probably gonna three-peat. I mean, it's Patrick Mahomes. Could you doubt him? I know the Ravens are good. I know the Lions are good. But it's Patrick Mahomes. You cannot doubt Patrick Mahomes. It's impossible. It's a sin to doubt Patrick Mahomes. That's how good he is.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think he. Now I know this is a really hot take, but I think he actually could be better than Tom Brady because where Tom Brady, like, I have stats right now where Tom Brady was, in his first 6 years compared to Patrick Mahomes' first 6 years, and Patrick Mahomes has more passing touchdowns, more passing yards, and a better pass completion percentage. He has 70 more touchdowns than Tom Brady and 7,000 yards more than Tom Brady, and he has the same amount of Super Bowls. So I think that that Patrick Mahomes could potentially, if he plays as long as Tom Brady, I feel like he could be way, way, way better.
You know, I agree with that, but there's only one thing I'd change. I know he's going to be better than Tom Brady. And I honestly, right now, I think he is better than Tom Brady. I love Patrick Mahomes. He is an incredible player. The things he does on and off the field are astronomical. Just the stuff that he's put up in only his first couple years in the NFL, I just think it's amazing. I just think it's not going to stop from here.
I actually believe that Patrick Mahomes could be the greatest QB of all time. But for right now, Patrick Mahomes has never won 7 Super Bowls, nor has any QB in the NFL. So until Patrick Mahomes wins 7 or more, then I will believe he is the GOAT. Because you can argue about stats, but can you argue about a Super Bowl? The dude went to 10. No, yeah, right? Yeah. The dude went to 10 Super Bowls. 10. No one has done that in their life. No one. So until he at least wins 7, then he will be the greatest QB of all time.
I mean, the other thing
was just awesome. I mean, yeah, Tom Brady was amazing. He did awesome like that. But they also think of who was around.
Yo, Brady, you might need to get closer to the camera just so, your mic is stronger.
Yeah.
There they go.
I just don't think you can base a player's legacy off of just Super Bowls. I mean, yes, he's won so many more than them, but Patrick Mahomes, he has won Super Bowls with absolutely trash players. Like last year, who did he have a receiver? No one. And
he had Dallas Scantling.
Yeah, NBX. Oh yeah. But no, I just don't think you can base it off of that. Yes, it gives Tom Brady an edge, but in the last 5 years, I think Mahomes made 4 of them. And the other 2 years that he did, he made it to the championship. That's rare to see.
The other thing is Patrick Mahomes, even as a backup, he had more stats than Tom Brady. And like you said, they've won 3 of the 5 Super Bowls between 2019 and 2024, and they've appeared in 4 of them. So I mean, that's pretty damn good. You know,
Yeah, I
and
just think Patrick Mahomes came out of the womb ready to play.
They never went to 10. Just want to point that out.
Oh, yes.
We're saying
way longer than Mahomes. But already Mahomes is beating some of the stats.
Yeah, and like Patrick Mahomes, like also you gotta remember Tom Brady played 23 seasons. Patrick Mahomes has only played 6.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they win this other one, that's.
I think we should just say that we can't. I think we should say that we can't judge them now because one has more stats, but one has more rings. So I think by the end of Mahomes' career, which is going to be a while, I think that's when we can judge them. For now, it's Brady. Mahomes could surpass him anytime. He probably will win another Super Bowl. How could he not? It's Mahomes. But yeah, so any more thoughts that we want to talk about on the Chiefs?
I mean,
I just said we all give our opinions on how far they're going to go to the season, and if they do lose, who's it going to be to?
Lorenzo has.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really think that this matters, but like they're also like 0-3 in the preseason.
That doesn't matter. No, that's fine. That's fine.
Stupid.
If you're 0-3 in the preseason, then that means you're gonna do good in the regular season, right? Have you not heard the? All right, whatever. But any more thoughts on the Chiefs, guys?
No.
Well, how they're gonna do in the future, yeah.
How they're gonna do in the future, unless Mahomes and Kelsey are gone, they're gonna do great. That's all I have.
I'm saying like for this year, I think they're gonna lose to like probably the Ravens, maybe the 49ers, but I don't see that really happening. And I feel like it's gonna be a really hard game between the Bears and them, and the reason why is because I feel like Caleb Williams has like almost like I've seen like a lot of videos of him, like he has a lot of like the same like play style almost as Patrick Mahomes, and I feel like they're really gonna give each other a run.
All right.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Caleb Williams is going to be a future star. I think he's going to be similar to C.J. Stroud this year. And I definitely think the Bears are Chiefs beat. I do think the Chiefs are going to win, but I think the Bears will put up something against them. I just think it all comes down to defense. But in terms of the postseason playoffs, I think the Chiefs are going to get the number 1 seed. I think the AFC Championship game is going to be them and the Texans with C.J. Stroud. I think the Texans are going to be really good, but the Chiefs are going to beat them. I just love the Chiefs roster. I just think they got so much better than last year. And they're going to, in the Super Bowl, they're going to go against the Detroit Lions. I see the Lions winning that for only one reason, is because I just think the Lions, I think they're supposed to beat the Niners last year. They shouldn't. That's also part of coaching. I think the Lions have proved all the weaknesses. I just don't really see a flaw in either of those teams. But
if they don't give up 17 points, then they'll win the Super Bowl.
I just think the Lions are going to be that team next year.
Hey,
First in franchise history.
they have a shot. Any more thoughts?
No, I'm good.
All right, so this is to my boys and you guys watching. For me, since we're done with the Chiefs, I'm going to go over the Pittsburgh Steelers and Detroit Lions takeaways on what happened in the game. If you guys want to stick around, then we'll do the Chiefs and the Cowboys if you want. If you guys want to stick around.
Should we have that in a separate video? Because you never thought of that?
Yeah, usually I have a separate video.
I mean, I forgot to do it a while ago, but I'll after this, I'm going to immediately upload another one, and we could do it if you want.
All right, guys. That concludes the podcast. We'll see you another day.
Probably look now for the takeaways on what happened, and if if they stick around, then we're going to do their teams for the takeaways. So, yeah, because Trey Lance is amazing.
Okay.
All right.
Episode, guys. You know, we try to upload every Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. It's been hectic with our football schedule.
Yeah, football schedule has been rough. There has been a game canceled. So,
But it was good podcast today. See y'all next week.
peace, guys. Peace, 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 peace.